Hey guys, it's Abi from Autumn of Pellinor, and today I'm kind of showing you my April TBR. So it has been an interesting time. I'm going to gloss over it. If you want to hear any more, check out my Twitter or my March wrap up. Moving on, it's sad. So for this month I'm not actually going to have a TBR, bar one book. I didn't follow my TBR very much last month, and I don't think I'm going to be doing so this month. I think right now setting a TBR isn't quite the right thing. Soon, next month maybe, but right now that's not what I need. So, I'm just not gonna. Apart from my reread. So I do the booktube rereadathon hosted by Alex Black Reads and Abi Mac Reads, and they have prompts for each and every month. What is the prompt for this month? I have forgotten. Oh, a type of book that you don't read anymore. So a genre that you no longer read or something like that. And I really struggled with that because I've read the same sort of genre for years. All of my books are still genres that are in genres that I would reach for from the adult category. Apart from, I finally found in the corner of my eye my animal arc books. As you can see, I've started this. I'm filming on the 7th. Judge me not. That's going to be annoying. These animal arc books follow a young girl called Mandy across various different series, and she's looking after animals in distress or in awkward circumstances, etc, etc. I don't read animal books anymore. I almost read one called Cleo, about a little cat, because my mum read it and I took the book from her, but just ended up donating it to a charity. It's not something I read anymore. It's not something I'm interested in picking up from the adult genre, but I really loved these books. I have a little box set of the first 10, and then I also had Tabbies in the Tub, because my mum likes cats. And I had that separate, that's somewhere like in the loft or something. But these guys are downstairs and I thought this would work great, and then also additionally because I'm struggling with reading at the moment, because they're so small, I thought that would be helpful too. I mean, this book is 150 pages of large writing. Yeah, there we go. And it's the 7th and I'm 75 pages through. So like that's how much I'm struggling with reading at the moment for, like I said, a variety of reasons. This book also was chosen before the events of the 3rd of April, and then became a lot more difficult to read. I'm doing that annoying thing where you don't say, my cat died on the 3rd, if you haven't watched any of my other content. Wasn't the best choice, but picked it before that. So instead of just having that one book, I thought I would show you guys what books I'm currently reading that I'm still like pages into and just haven't went any further with. Some of them I do not have the physical copies of because I don't entirely know where I've put them and I'm lazy. And they're the big books as well. So I'll start with them. I started War and Peace about 3 years ago now, never really got much further into it. I'm about 60 pages in. So that's a book that I'm currently reading, but like, no. And then also Fall of Giants by Ken Follett is the first book in the Century trilogy. It follows a variety of different families kind of before and then during the First World War, and I did really enjoy what I had read, but I for some reason have been struggling with larger books, so that's why that was kind of put on the back burner. Then on to the books that I have here in my hands. My textbook. This is my textbook from my masters, which I need to read because my masters is kind of like 2 disciplines and I don't know much about one, despite the fact that I have the masters now. So I wanted to like get more of a background. I'm not very far through. I don't know when I'm gonna pick it back up, but I'm gonna. It's heavy. Then we've got 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This is a time travel book where someone tries to go back and save JFK. If that wasn't slightly obvious. Again, I was enjoying, oh, my bookmark that was made by my friend. I, again, was really enjoying this. I was reading it at the end of last year, so when I was working retail at Christmas, which is kind of why it stopped. And I just haven't picked it up because, again, it's big. It's literally the only reason. But I was enjoying what I had read of it. How many pages through am I? 217 pages through. Then we've got The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. It doesn't have the dust jacket on. I am just under 50 pages through this one. Again, it's another one that I'm enjoying, but this one specifically, it's not the right time for me to read. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not actually actively enjoying the reading process. So that's why this one's kind of just stopped. It's gone great, isn't it? Then Greyfriars Bobby by Eleanor Atkinson. I am 35 pages through this one. This is a little story about, what breed? Skye Terrier, called Bobby, following around old Jock, and it's kind of like the story of his faithfulness. Again, enjoying it. Again, not in the mood. This is the content you're here for, right? Eee. And then finally, Priory of the Orange Tree. This came out over a year ago now. I've been reading this for over a year, and I am only, because I'm reading it in very short dribs and drabs, I'm only 350 pages into it. And again, I'm loving it, and I think it's because it's a bigger book that I'm not getting into it. I've ended up actually, I've pushed them down inside, but I have bookmarks kind of periodically throughout, just being like, look, it's not that big. It's like one book and then another book. You can read multiple books, because like, not including, like, so out of the 3 months of the year so far, all 3 months of the year so far, I could have read Priory and another book with the amount of pages that I read, but I never did because it felt too intimidating, even though every month other than March I was reading a lot more than Priory, and March I read Priory and then another book. So I really should just read it, but for some reason I am not. Maybe that will be my lockdown read. Who knows? But yes, so to kind of stack them all up together. Oh, the textbook's heavy. As if Priory isn't heavy. So yeah, whew. These are the books that I am currently reading. I should probably include the one that's my only TBR for April. So these are the books that I'm currently into. I have bookmarks in them. I'm still reading them, but I doubt they're going to be finished anytime soon. Apart from the Kittens in the Kitchen one. Can I spin this? Oh, the danger. Oh, the danger. So yes, these are the books. Oh, cat hair. I'm enjoying all of them. At different levels. None of them yet are 5 stars. The Priory is 4.75. It's so close. I think I just need to actually sit and read it all in one sitting rather than spreading it out. But I'm enjoying all of them, and I'm not entirely sure why I have so many books on the go right now. I think that the textbook and War and Peace are going to be on the go for a long while yet. Just because I don't plan on reading War and Peace anytime soon, but I also don't plan on rereading the 60 pages I've already read when I finally get to it. So that's just going to kind of be there. And the textbook, I think I'm just going to read as and when I want to. Now that I'm not in education, I don't want to force myself into reading something because I feel like I have to. I want to read it when I want to read it. And I am interested in my subject, so I do want to read it. Greyfriars Bobby should hopefully get done sometime in the next couple months because it's such a short book. And Kittens in the Kitchen should be done by the end of the month because, again, tiny book. I think that The Giver of Stars is going to get left for a couple of months actually. I think I'm going to put the dust jacket back on it and put it back on my shelves. This was gifted to me by one of my best friends, and I just really want to actively enjoy reading it when I go through it rather than knowing that it's a book that I like, but kind of slogging through it. So this is going to get put back on the shelves until I want to pick it up again. I mentioned Priory. I'm going to force myself to read this damn thing because it's beautiful. If you were thinking of picking up Priory, don't let this put you off. The prose is beautiful. The world is built so well. All of the characters have beautiful, amazing and interesting arcs. And I think it's just because it's big. I think it's just because it's big is the only reason why I'm not picking it up, which is stupid. And then 11/22/63 is kind of both. I've fallen out of the story because it's been 3 months since I've read any of it, and it is a big book, so I've been avoiding it. So technically those are my TBR books, well, you can't see it, but they're in a mess just here. Those are technically my TBR books because they are the ones that I am currently reading, but the only one I'm actively putting on any sort of TBR for April is Kittens in the Kitchen by Lucy Daniels. I don't know who she actually is. Lucy Daniels is a pseudonym. But yes, this is the only book actually on my TBR. Fight me. I'm not putting any more books on my TBR. So I think I'll have a successful reading month at the end of April. Let me know if you guys do this too, if you have like stupid amounts of books piling up that are still actively being read, like you've got bookmarks in them. I try not to do it. I'm very much a completionist. I like being able to say, yep, that is done, and yet this has happened. And I'm not entirely sure how, so I can't be the only one who has this happening with their books. So let me know down in the comments below how on earth this happens to all of us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to see any more of my content, check out my channel and maybe click the subscribe button down below. And for those of you who have been sticking with me in this difficult time, thank you very much. I love you all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!